All right, so if you follow along with the training in order, you should have your account set up and ready to go to start generating reviews. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the software to start generating reviews. I'm going to do an additional video. It's going to focus more on the workflows, but there's going to be a little bit of overlap between the two. But just know this video that you're watching is specifically focused on how to use the software to start generating reviews, whereas the workflow video is going to focus more on some different techniques so you can implement this into part of your daily business processes to make this part of your business culture to start generating reviews. So with that being said, let's jump into the software. Let's go down to Get Reviews. Once here, you should initially be here on the SMS tab. You come over to the tab on the right that says QR code. Here you'll find your QR code. You can download this, put this on brochures, business cards. You can print it out, laminate it, put it on your countertop, put it in a stand at your counter, however you want. If you've got a brick and mortar business where customers come in, you can use this as a way to ask for reviews or get customers to leave your reviews as they check out, or maybe you're in a restaurant, you can put these on the tables. If you have, let's say you're a service business and your customers don't come into you, but you've got field service technicians that go out to the customers, you could pass out review cards, or you could have if you wanted the technicians to ask for a sale or to leave a review in the field, like you could have them scan it so they could leave a review while they're standing right there with them. It just depends on how you want to operate your business. If you've got field sales guys, you could do the same thing. They could ask for the review right there using just the QR code. So basically you would just download this and put it on whatever literature, or maybe just print it on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do. So there's that. And then you've got the review link. So if you're manually communicating with your customers, maybe a text or email, depending on your business model and how you do business, you can just send them the link directly. You won't get the drip feed benefit, but if you're already communicating with them in a channel, like a text message, and they've already communicated you back and forth to the same number, you can send them out a link there, or an email. If you have a CRM that's automatically texting or emailing, or a scheduling software, you can incorporate this when the job is complete to automate it to send out the review request. So that's a way to generate reviews. And then you would jump into the workflow of the text messages or emails, which is going to be similar. So I'm just going to use these interchangeably, depending on which plan you're signed up for. You have the features. Some of you are going to have the features to drip feed out the text messages and emails, which is going to be your most effective, because really the review, what's going to get you reviews is the more times you ask, the more reviews you're going to get. Some of you are struggling right now to get reviews because, number one, you're not asking. Some of you are asking, but you're only asking once, and so you're not getting a lot of reviews. And it's not that these customers don't want to leave your reviews, because I think if you ask most people, they will agree to leave your review. But the problem is some of you are asking and you're not giving an easy, straightforward process for them to do it. So it's kind of like you're asking and saying, you go figure out how to leave us a review. And that's the power of this software. And the other problem this software solves is people have the best of intentions of leaving you a review, but you're not at the top of the priority list for their day. So life happens, they get busy, they get distracted, they got their own lives going on, and they have every intention of leaving a review, and they agree to leave you a review if you ask them. Most people will, but it's just out of sight, out of mind. And so with this, we'll actually drip out. Whenever you go in here, if you go through the setup videos, I'll show you how to do this. But basically, you're going to send the initial text message. If they don't click the link the first time, they're going to get another message in 3 days, a reminder asking them. And if they don't click the link in that message, they're going to get another one in 7 days, just as a reminder. And so what's going to happen is, especially if you ask them once in person or over the phone, and they agree to, and you say you're going to be sending them a link, they're going to get the link, and they're going to have every intentions of coming back to this. They're going to see it come in, but they don't have time right now, but they forget about it. So in 3 days, they're going to get another message, and they're going to be like, oh crap, I told them I would do this. Let me just do this right quick before I forget again, because I forgot the last time. Right? And not everyone's going to leave your review, but this is going to significantly increase your chances of someone leaving your review. So Just that's kind of how this process works with the text and the email. And so to send out these messages to text and email, you're just going to come in here, and it depends on what your workflow is and how you want to do this. Maybe you want to add your salespeople, and when they make a sale, each one of them comes in here and sends out a review. Just enter their name, phone number, check this button that you have consent to send them text message, and then request a review, right? So maybe when a work order comes through, you want to process it at that time. When you process the work order, just make this part of the process of your business. They'll come in and send out the review request. So if you want to do, maybe come in at the end of each day or beginning of each morning, maybe you've got office staff, you can just have them come in, train them. They can come in and just create a list and just send all these at one time. If you want to send maybe once or twice a week, you can come in and upload a CSV. If that would make it easier for you, you can just send them out that way. So it just, however it makes the most sense in your business. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but I do recommend that you send out the request as soon as you can. As soon as you have any type of transaction with the business, whether it's a service transaction, sales transaction, you kind of want to strike while the iron's hot. And so it's going to greatly increase your chances of them leaving a review if you ask as soon as you make a transaction with them versus waiting 5 days or 7 days or even 3 days, right? So the quicker you can ask, the greater your likelihood of them leaving a review is, because you kind of want to stay on top of their brain. Because especially if you come out and do a good job, they're excited after you do it. You know, if you come out and you fix their AC in the middle of summer, they're going to love you to pieces, right? And so as soon as you fix it, they're going to be the happiest and most likely to leave you a review. But if you wait a week and they've slipped back into the comfort of air conditioning when it's 90 degrees outside, it's not as important, right? And so the quicker you ask, the higher your chances of getting a review is. So guys, that's how you work the system. I do want to show this to you also. I know I showed you the QR codes, but I do want to show you the widgets where you can add it to your website. And another way that you can go in, you can use these links. You can put this in your email footer, right? So every time you send out an email, you can just make a link in there to leave us a review. You can put it on your website, but there's an easy way to put it on your website. So if you come down here to widgets and go over to badge, this is a demo account. That's the reason that pops up. So you should not see that on your end. But you can see here, you can add code to your website where it'll leave, you got a Google icon, Facebook icon, whatever review account you have set up to request. All you got to do is come in and copy this code and place it into your website. So if you build your website, you should be able to do that yourself. It's a pretty straightforward process. If not, just contact your web developer, whoever handles your website. They will know what to do with this code, and you can embed this, and this will show up on the right side of your screen. This is what it looked like on a mobile. This is what it looked like on a desktop. Also, if you choose to embed the reviews into your web page, where it'll show these reviews, the way the system works, it shows the 4 and 5 star reviews. It'll pull those in automatically from whatever accounts you have connected to your account. But you can turn it on. You've got an option down here to leave a review. So if you'll turn that on, it'll give them an option. I can't adjust the settings on this account, but they can click a button here. They'll take them to your review link directly from your web page. So again, the other feed page, it's the same thing. And so guys, you kind of get the idea. You can embed these if you've got your videos. You have an option in here as well. So if you've got video testimonials, you can add those to your site. So there's your options on how to use the software to help you generate reviews. There's several different strategies here that you can do. Again, I'm going to go over specific workflows in more detail in another video. That way you can kind of decide which methods work best for you, and maybe some you want to try and see different ones and see which ones your specific business gets the best results from. But the main thing, guys, is the more times you ask, the more reviews you're going to receive. And then the more consistent you do this. If you'll do this for 1, 2, 3 months, some of you are going to be shocked at the amount of reviews you can accumulate and how fast you can accumulate them if you'll just be consistent. And so if you'll do that for a year or 2 years, some of you guys are going to be sitting with so many reviews, you're just going to walk off and leave your competitors. And that's the goal that you want, because each one of these reviews is going to be like a salesperson that you don't have to pay, that's going to be working for you 24/7. Right. So basically you're getting free salespeople hanging out on the internet, advocating that you are the best person for the job. So that's why this makes so much sense, guys. All right. If you have any questions, any feedback, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you.